Greetings, people of the internet. This is yet another intro I'm doing from the passenger seat of a car. That's right, we are driving and we are on our way this week to San Diego. This 5 weekends in a row, I'm going on some crazy adventure. Last weekend was St. Louis, the weekend before that was a wedding, the weekend before that was the Burbank Arts Festival, the weekend before that was Napa. Today's trip is courtesy of my friend Therian. He's right over there.
What's up?
And I call him TK, so you can call him TK. His mom calls him and says, "Why don't you call me more often?" Is that right?
You think you'd call your mother more often? I could be dead and buried. I could be... No, you're not. You're not. You know, it's one of those things that just because you don't call your parents, you don't think about them. But that's just not the case. You know, maybe you have jobs or something, or maybe they can call you. Their phone dials out.
So we're going to a Padres game, if I didn't say that already. I've got my camera, I'm going to shoot some video, I'm going to take some photos, and we're going to throw popcorn at the players. We made it through security, and we got our beach towels. Show off your beach towel. And now we have to find our seats. I think we've got pretty good seats today. We're right behind the Padres dugout. Is that right?
Yeah, they're going to hear us swearing at them.
Oh, I'm not sure if I should admit this or not, but being a San Diego native, I remember when the Padres colors were not blue. They were orange and brown.
Yellow and brown.
Yellow and brown? Well, I remember oranges. Oh, like this guy's hat right there.
Yeah, that jersey right there, Tony Wood.
That's exactly what I remember.
So I have to say that these are the best seats I've ever had.
Oh, that's great.
Literally, right here.
So he designate too.
So TK, do you have any special ball game memories from childhood?
I was at a Phillies game, and we weren't this close, but we were in box seats like about four rows off the field. And it was a game where the Phillies had batted around the first inning, and Von Hayes hit a home run to lead off the game and hit a grand slam later on in the first inning. Phillies scored 26 runs that game against the New York Mets, and that was the only game where a member of my group caught a foul ball. One of the guys, we rolled around in our box seats, and one of my friends picked it up, and he got it. So that was kind of cool.
I guess my memories are a little bit more personal. I was telling TK about this earlier, but a few years ago I took, my brother and I took my dad up to Dodger Stadium for Father's Day, and we got in the right field all-you-can-eat pavilion. And we had just gotten over a little bit of a tense part in our relationship between my father and I. And we didn't tell him where we were going. He grew up in, he was born in Brooklyn, so he's been a Dodger fan his entire life because they moved like a year after he was born. But he'd only been to Dodger Stadium one time before that. So we went to Dodger Stadium, right field pavilion. We didn't tell him where we were going. We just said, we're leaving early, we're going to be gone all day, and be prepared to travel. And he figured it out halfway up there. We neglected to tell him to wear a hat or sunscreen, and so all three of us ended up getting severely sunburned. But I found out later he called up one of my aunts, was like crying, saying it was the best Father's Day he ever had. So that's my ball game memory. You got a foul ball, I got a crying dad.
TK, the game is over, and you're not looking happy. Would you like to tell us what happened during the game that was so...
Boo! That team stinks! Nah, man, it's a... I understand the Padres are going to put the game under protest because the Diamondbacks got extra batting practice in the second inning. And they sent like 80 guys to the plate. I think they're still batting. But here's the thing. The pitcher for the Padres, Clayton Richard, has this little superstitious thing where he like skips over the first baseline on his way to the mound. He did that in the second inning and gave up 6 runs. Now, if you have that superstition, you give up 6 runs, wouldn't you like, rub your cleats on the first baseline the next inning? Or like drag your ass along the first baseline, your dog dogs.
So the score was 8-1?
It was 8-1.
8-1. So what was the most disappointing part of the game?
It was everything after the national anthem. That was a little disappointing.
And what was the least disappointing part of the game for you? The beach towels?
Yeah, the beach towels were cool, but Dino's solo shot, plus our seats were, oh my god.
Oh my god, these seats were amazing.
Yeah.
If you want to see, I took about, what, 110 photos?
Yeah.
overall, this is a fun trip.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, despite the Padres sucking.
Despite the fact that I could have stayed home and watched the Ducks kick ass, or watch the Kings beat St. Louis.
But going to sports games. Well, for me, I know you're going to disagree, but for me, going to a sports game is not as much about watching the game as much as having fun with the people you're with.
Yeah, that too, and hitting on the hot brunette 2 rows behind us.